Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as always, we'll be talking about our weekly Torah portion. Not actually as always, because we begin the new book, one of the 5 books that begins with the same words as our weekly Torah portion, the book Bemidbar, in the desert. And yes, desert has a very important place in the foundation of the Jewish nation. Let's talk about the foundation. Let's jump back 75 years in the history when in Tel Aviv, when Gurion, the first prime minister of Israel, at the Dizengoff's house on the Rothschild Boulevard, he announced the foundation of the state of Israel. And he reads the Declaration of Independence. I actually will quote in the original language. בארץ ישראל קם העם היהודי, בה עוצבה דמותו הרוחנית, הדתית והמדינית, בה חי חיי קוממיות ממלכתיים, בה יצר נכסי תרבות לאומיים וכלל אנושיים, והוריש לעולם כולו את ספר הספרים הנצחי. More or less, it translates as that Ben Gurion declares that in the land of Israel, the Jewish nation became a nation. That there, in the land of Israel, we created our vision of either the religious or cultural or state vision. There, we created our inheritance, cultural, religious, and national, and for the general culture as well. And there, we gave to the general culture, to the whole humanity, the most important, the eternal book of truth. Probably he talks about the Torah, most likely, but what I'm gonna say right now, you're not gonna like. This is very Zionistically incorrect. Why? Because Jewish people were not born in land of Israel. The Jewish idea of the culture, religion, and the statesmanship wasn't born in the land of Israel. The Jewish people didn't design their culture and religious inheritance in the land of Israel. The Torah, the book that later on changed the lives of 3/4 of humanity thousands years later, was not given to us and wasn't written in the land of Israel. So let's define the historical truth. In the land of Canaan, which is very far from becoming land of Israel, there was a Jewish family. The family that went down to Egypt, and there in the melting pot of slavery, we become something that later on, within a few weeks, becomes a nation. God takes us out of Egypt. That's why we celebrate Passover. And 49 days later, we, at the Mount Sinai, in the desert, received the Torah. Yes, that Torah that wasn't given in the land of Israel, but given to us in the desert, that defined later on the lives of all the monotheistic religions, which is 3/4 of the humanity today. But Ben Gurion's mistake, it's very understandable. And this is a question that also many of our commenters are asking. Why the Torah that defines our life in the Holy Land? Isn't it the purpose of the whole Torah and whole commandments to observe them in the land of Israel? Why it was given in a nomad land in the desert, in a place that we don't even know where it's geographically located? Our sages ask the same question, and there are various explanations. But I will try, it's just my personal opinion, to compile them together and give my personal opinion why it happened in the desert and not in the land of Israel. First of all, this is what makes our nation unique. Why? Because according to the definition, at least by David Hume, whatever it's called the nations, it's the unity of geographical area, where from the tribe it becomes from this family to the tribe to the nation. No. We became the nations in the desert, outside of geographical area, and this, I believe, gave us strength to survive all the exiles until today. And actually, most part of our history we spent not in our land, but outside, in exile. And because Torah was given in the desert, outside of the land of Israel, we still stay unified, and the nations, not even with the absence of the geographical unity. The second important reason why it was given in the desert, because it's a nomad land. If it was given in a certain geographical area, land of Israel, so people will argue the Torah is from Jerusalem, or Torah was from Tel Aviv, or Torah is from New York, or from Odessa, or from London, or from Moscow. No, Torah was given in a place that doesn't belong to anybody, or other way around. Everybody has an access to it, to this area, and nobody has an ownership of it. Torah belongs to everybody. But the most important, and Ben Gurion knew it as well, Torah is our license for the Holy Land. Without the Torah, we don't have any rights over there. And Ben Gurion knew this. That's why he presented the Tanakh, where the word Israel is mentioned over 2,000 times in that book in the UN, when the nations were voting for permission for us to create our own national home in the land of Israel. But the most interesting thing, that we every year, each one of us, we want it or not, we are leaving Egypt. That's why we celebrate Passover. Every year, we want it or not, we receive again the Torah and at Mount Sinai. And this Torah, this is our license for the land. This is how this land becomes the land of Israel. So take the license, enjoy the holiday of Shavuot. It's coming to us. This is the time to make the Torah our Torah, and the land of Israel. Good luck. Thank you very much. I see you next week.